tuned because this is about to get hot. What is the deal, folks? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I'm doing something on here that I did when I first started this channel, but I've gotten away from it because reaction videos have been dominated. But I'm glad that a lot of people have been still kind of throwing stuff out there, and this is something that I definitely should have kept doing, so I apologize for that. So anyway, this right here is what I call a segment in my on my channel called Response to Subscribers Questions, or they ask for advice. I have talked with this person here back and forth a little bit, and got permission to go ahead and talk about this openly, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some of you guys out there that can probably offer some advice to this certain situation here as well. So anyway, his name is James Culberson, and he's having a rough time with his marriage right now, and I'll explain it. I'll read to you guys what he wrote me. He gave me permission to do that, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Those that I talk to, you guys know I never do this unless I get your permission. In fact, he insists that I do it this way too. So when I get done with this and I get my advice, you guys probably can offer up some of your own as well. So I don't know if you watched tonight, James, but here we go. Because it's been a long time that I was supposed to do this way back. He wrote me back sometime in, I think, May or something like that, but then this particular one came to me June 9th at 12:06 a.m. So yeah, anyway, this says, Ty, hey, I hope you're having a good evening. I am one of your followers on YouTube. I am currently in the process of separating from my wife of 13 years. The reason I'm writing is to get some help from someone as to how I can help my children, and I thought with all your experience that I know you may be one of the ones to give unbiased opinion. So the backstory is that after 13 years of marriage, me and my wife are going to call it quits. She says she just doesn't love me anymore, and she can't stay with someone who she is not in love with. She moved on to a new guy after 3 days, and I've been kind of in a fog. So basically I need help to make sure my kids are actually coping with the situation that we are in. My daughter is kind of emotional roller coaster, and my son refused to talk either way. So what am I asking is from her experience, what can I do to help my children and myself? I have a few friends that I talk to, but I feel it really is only making things worse for me personally. So do you know of any options beyond professional therapy that I can do to hopefully help my children? I'm also trying to gather input on how to cope with the loss of that part of my life now. Since you seem to be pretty well rounded in your videos, and yes, I have watched almost all of them, I know that no matter what the response will be, your opinion, but since I have binge watched your channel, I feel that I may be some of the best. I feel what you say may be some of the best advice I can get without paying someone here. Thank you for all that you do, and I hope that I can one day move forward. I just feel like I have failed in life and have failed my children, and that the hardest part of all the situation. Also, your email is no longer in the about section, so I'm glad I caught the live chat to get this email. That's strange. First of all, James, in this particular case, you just really have to make sure that you let them know that you and your wife both really still love them, for one. That's gonna be the number one thing. Whatever type of tension is between you and her, I don't know who has the kids or who don't in this situation, but whatever type of tension it is between you and her, don't let that show. Okay? So you didn't say, and I'm not even gonna ask as to why the split, why the breakup, etc., etc. But as far as it goes, your priority right now is gonna pretty much be the welfare of your children, plain and simple. You know, in situations like this, one of the best things to do is to kind of let them cope with what's going on. So don't try to force anything out of them per se. I know, like you see like on family shows and stuff like that, where they knock on the door, you know, hey, you want to talk about it? No, they don't want to talk about it. So don't try to make them talk about it. They'll open up more likely to friends of theirs, or if there is a relative, a close cousin of theirs, they'll be more likely to open up to them to pretty much express how they're feeling over the situation versus trying to open up to you about it. Because at this time, I don't know the particulars, but it's a possibility that they are blaming you guys for how they're feeling right now. So who would want to talk to the person that they're blaming for how they're feeling, if you get my drift on that. But by the time I'm even answering this, I don't know, things might be completely different, and y'all might be doing really well. I'm talking about you and the kids, whatever like that. But of course, you said, you know, your daughter is an emotional roller coaster, and you saying your son refuses to talk. That's usually the response a lot of times with kids. That's gonna be it. It's a lot of things going through their mind right now. You know, why? What happened? Is it their fault? You know, how come y'all just can't work the thing? There's so many questions that's going through their head. I mean, so many things. And then you said you have from the sound of it, they're teenagers. So you got everything that's going into that too. You got schooling. We don't know what things they've been dealing with at school already. We don't know what, you know, with puberty and adolescence and stuff is kicking in. All these hormone changes with all that stuff going on with this too. The best thing you can do is just be there as far as like support go. You know what I mean? You being there simply. When it gets to a point to where they actually feel like they can actually come and talk to you about it, let them be the one to do it. You don't necessarily have to always come and just, come here, son, or come here, daughter, let me tell you what's going on. A lot of times, what's going on between you and your wife don't need to even be a kid's business. No way. You don't have to tell them, well, you and your mom and I are fighting. They don't need to know all that. They don't need to know any of that. That's between you and your wife or your ex-wife, whatever like that. But again, the number one thing I would say right now is that the focus should definitely be about them. They got certain friends, like I said, I'm pretty sure they got friends they like to hang out with, that or, you know, if there's any other kind of family members that's within y'all scope that they're really cool with, you know, cousins, whatever like that, you know, you can always take them around them. You know, if they want to go hang out with some of those family friends, whatever like that, let them do it. Because pretty much, let's just say this, if they feel that the stress or the uncomfortableness is being around, I'm just being real, being around either one of y'all, and they'd rather be somewhere else, then pretty much what they're doing, they don't want to be in that zone. You know what I mean? They don't want to be in the red zone where they feel uncomfortable over here, uncomfortable there. And then they also don't want to be to a point where they feel like they're picking sides or anything like that too. So like I said, the best thing to me right now when it comes to something like this, they're going to cope differently. And if they do want to talk to you about it, let them come to you and talk about it. I mean, it's okay if you go to now and then, you know, say, you know, are you okay? If they just say, you know, yeah, then just be like, okay, well, if there's anything you got in your mind that you want to talk to me about, then, you know, come and let me know. So that means you left that open to them. You're not forcing it. You allowing them to make the decision to come and bring it to you. So that's what I would say on that. But as far as it goes, you know, with you, I think what definitely can help in that particular case is that you keeping the focus on them. For one, that's going to help. And two, what you said you're already doing, you know, it's good to surround yourself with friends, family, you know, in other words, like a support system, but not to the extent where you are going to them and laying out what's going on. You pretty much going there as a kind of wind down, see what's going on in their lives, see how things are going with them, you know. Don't make it about you, because I'm being honest when I say this. A lot of times people can have a lot of things going on in their lives themselves, and at the same time they also can be in a position where things are good with them. So, and I'm serious, if you come and you're bringing that to them, now all of a sudden, it's sometimes, I'm just telling you, you know your friends better than I do. Sometimes by doing that, they can actually take on a little bit of that burden that you're dealing with, and now it can actually kind of spill over into what's going on with with their family. So I would just say be mindful of that. You know who your friends are. You know who the ones you can actually talk to about something like that, knowing that it's not going to have no effect on them. You know, somebody that you might have grown. I don't know who your best buds are, but I'm just saying, you know them well enough to know that they'll take it in, they'll have you back, they'll support you. They want what's best for both of you, not just you. You know, they ain't going to bash her or anything like that. They're going to pretty much just try to help you get through the situation. But yet at the same time, you know, there's certain ones where, you know, I can't tell him nothing, because I tell him, he going to go back and all of a sudden too many people know, and all of a sudden somebody in his family know, and then they come back and saying stuff to you, and you like, man, so it's gonna bring, it can actually backfire and cause more stress to come back towards you. So anyway, yeah, that's for right now, that's what I would say is one of the best things you can do. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be subscribers in here, patrons in here that actually can offer up some type of information. So if you are here right now, James, I would say there's some people in here that you can I'm pretty sure they'll be, okay to exchange emails with or whatever like that, and they probably can offer you some stuff too, because of course I don't have all the answers. No one person does, but there's a lot of people in here that actually had experiences like you had, that dealt with things like you've had, and probably can offer up some things there too. So if I need to do another response in that particular case, just let me know. I don't want to get you mixed up with somebody else, but another guy wrote me of something else that was going on with them as well. And I don't know if that's you, and I'm not gonna go so far to say that it was when I'm talking about some really detailed stuff that this guy told me about, if it was you, but I'm not gonna say that right now. But if that is, and it is you, then I'll probably do another segment on that and what you can do about that, because that was some deep stuff right there too. So anyway, subs, patrons, you guys, y'all all heard this. Y'all seen what I read off. If you didn't, go back and rewatch it to see what I read off that he said, and you can offer in some information too. James, if you like I said, if you open to them exchanging emails or anything with you, then by all means, there's been a lot of people that since I started this channel that have built some really cool, you know, bonds and relationships because they've exchanged emails, talked to each other, called each other, encouraged each other and all that, and they email me and tell me about it. So now I will say this, now I'm just being real with you. If you befriend certain people and y'all exchange emails and y'all kind of talking amongst each other, if somebody come off as rubbing you the wrong way and it kind of seems like a little bit like, I don't know if I like that, let me know, because I'll be able to tell you right from the jump, yeah, you don't want no advice from him. No, you know, I'm just gonna flat out be real with you, just from, you know, but again, just let me know, because I don't want to jump to no conclusion, because somebody could be just offering you some flat out good advice. But trust me, I'm just telling you, be on the lookout. There's going to be some that might not be in it for the best interest for what you, they might just say something that's totally irrational or whatever like that. So I'm just letting you know that. So anyway, like I said, there's people, I'm pretty sure by the time this video has been playing, there are plenty of people that have already said something to you already over to this chat, that have already offered some of their advice. Some of them have actually probably already reached out and said something about exchanging emails or something like that. So we'll just take it from there. But again, I don't know if you're that other guy that gave me more detail on what was going on, so I'm not going to mention that yet. So all right, folks, y'all know what to do. Surround them with love like y'all always do when people are having hard times or anything like that. Exchange emails, getting to know each other, see what advice y'all can offer them as well. So good support system there, James. All right, great. Check out, folks. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.